Pit vipers are whack as fuck.
Oh, yo, fucking eat a dick, bro.
This is episode 2, Draped and Dripped. I'm Michael, aka Mikey White Girls, because I'm out here in the suburbs and I'm drinking White Claws. Seven, tell them who you are, bro.
I'm Seven Kane. I don't have a nickname, and I'm drinking a crisp water.
Okay, there you go. Mm-hmm. What you talking? Sink, hose?
Oh, sink.
Artesian? Sink. Okay, gotcha. Okay, cool. All right, man. Well, let's hop into it. Without further ado, I mean, we got a really fucking cool guest. You guys can tell by my backdrop there. So we're just gonna go do a little housekeeping, go through some news, what's been popping the past week or so since the last episode, and we'll just fucking get 200 stab wounds on the line.
Yes, sir.
All right, so I guess I'll kick it off, man. First piece of news I just wanted to talk about is Frozen Screams. I know last time we shouted out, they announced their label. Issue 3 is now issue 3, right? That's what it is. They announced it was for pre-order, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And along with it is actually fucking a band you fuck with really heavy, right? Flesh Driver.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, that's clean, dude. I saw they had that little flexi. It's like blue. Hell, it goes in line with like the Frozen Screams aesthetic.
No, for sure. Dude, I fuck with that band's EP so hard. It's called Leech. That shit's stupid.
Yeah, I listened to, it was just what they posted today, I think, that new track.
Mm-hmm.
The shit slaps, dude. It's pretty good, yeah. Like you said, it's like kind of like HM2 worship, but not like what a lot of people think. It's a little different, It's like, it's not cool.
That's like, whenever I talk about it, I'd be like, I don't even like HM2 shit, really. Like, I don't fuck with it like that. But I was just like, what the hell? It's got like hardcore parts. It's just like, I don't know. That's just crazy.
Yeah, it's cool, man. And the vocals are kind of like right there on the cusp where I feel like it's like hardcore cats can fuck with it, and also like death metal cats can as well. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like that kind of thing.
Yeah.
So that's cool, man. That's fucking good for Frozen Screams, dude. They're doing some cool shit. I feel like I know you were chatting with them. I was chatting with them on the DMs. He just seems like a nice dude.
Yeah.
I feel like everything he's coming with, it's like clean marketing. It's just he's doing it right, So best of luck to that label. Big shout outs.
Next we got Maul was in the studio recording a track for a split, and they also have another tape coming out before the end of the year, which will be their third this year.
I feel like honestly, like in terms of like being like prolific and just like hard working, like those cats like put out a lot of fucking music. I feel like they already have like a lot of tapes under their belt already, and they just had that tape come out on Redefining Darkness, right?
Yeah,
that's what's up, man. They're it's like the hard work paid off. They're some pretty cool cats. They always kind of try to show the label love and everything, and just a fucking sick band. So that's cool, man. I like to see artists that just have that crazy work ethic. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I know fucking Ethan from Midwest Morning was in the studio with them, taking videos and shit.
Oh, that's what's up. Good shit. Yeah, they're all from what are they? They're Fargo cats, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Along with they got some good death metal out there, man. It's kind of a fucking wild card, You're out in Fargo and you got Phobophilic, Maul, some pretty good shit.
Yeah. No, for sure.
Cool, man. And we've talked about it before, but I mean, I just think that shit's a good idea to, I might sound like a broken record. I don't know what was edited out of the last episode, but I think it's a good idea for bands, especially right now when if you're not touring. So usually cats, write an album and tour to promote that for maybe a year or two. It's like now you just got to like put out frequent releases, like be in front of people, like.
Yeah, for sure.
Like 20, I guess for lack of better words, a 24-hour news cycle, It's like if you're not out there, fucking people forget about you, But it seems like they're doing it right, man. That's cool. That's good shit.
Yeah, they're fucking sick. I'm super excited for that shit.
And you actually kind of gave me the drop on this, just this next piece that like you kind of told me ahead of time, but 200 stab wounds, sarcophagus, and I think Mutilatred hopped in there, right? They were doing some like live stream recording, or at least some like they were like leaking it on their story that they recorded something. So
I'm sure it'll probably be the three of them in like a live stream shit.
Nice, man. That's what's up. That's because I know you told me about 200 stab wounds and sarcophagus already that they were going to be recording, but the Mutilatred, man, that was like a little cherry on top. I saw the story. I was like, oh fuck, that's going to be pretty wild, you know. That's a band that I think is like really underrated. They're fucking sick. Mutilatred.
Yeah, dude. I haven't listened to them as much as I should. I know they're fucking sick.
They're really good, man. So I kind of got into death metal listening to like a lot of like maybe like I guess this kind of like resurgence of old school death metal. And they have a lot of those influences, but they have like a pingy snare, and they kind of have like a lot of like brutal influences as well. Yeah. Maybe like comparable like Vomit Forth, kind of how they mix it a little bit. But yeah, man, it kind of put me onto this fucking little trajectory of like just listening to hella brutal death metal and slam and random fucking grindcore and shit. So or getting back into grindcore and all that. But yeah, man, it's a really cool band for sure.
Yeah.
What else? We'll move it along. We want to get the guest on.
Corpse Gristle dropped a new Devourment vinyl.
Oh yeah. That's pretty wild. I think that. Yeah, what was it? It was like fucking 5 different variants or something, right? It was crazy.
Yeah, it was a lot.
It looked awesome, man. That's cool. And I mean, I'm a huge Devourment fan, so it's cool that I gave like a few different like cassette releases. That's just like kind of like, I mean, arguably a lot of people will say, you know, that's the first true slam album. Some people will say like Repudiation kind of started the shit, but what tomato, you know. But regardless, that's a fucking dope ass album, you know.
Yeah, I got the first drop they did. I think I got the red one.
Oh, did you? Yeah, dude, I slept on it. I slept on fucking probably all of them. I got the fucking Dehumanized, like the 2 Dehumanized tapes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was cool, dude. Shouts out to Corpse Gristle. He sent me like a little, I love when people put like handwritten notes, you know, and he was like, oh yeah, fuck, pretty much like we fuck with BP. So
yeah,
that was cool shit, man.
What do we got next?
The homie, I'll highlight this, and I think we just got one more after this, but the homie Lucas, aka Rusted Winds. Probably a lot of people know him from that on Instagram. He's done a lot of art for us. He did Barbaric Brutality's logo. He most recently did the defecatory artwork. That cat, he just dropped some shirts, man. A lot of people are getting them in and posting pictures. Fucking Wharf Lurch, that cat. Just some funny shit, man. It's pretty cool to see the homie getting out there and people buying a shirt. You been seeing those pics floating around?
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah.
Nasty stacks.
Fuck yeah, man. It's the movement.
Big.
I think we just got one more piece of news on there.
Yeah.
I don't want to shamelessly plug our own shit.
Defecatory.
Yep. So we dropped the defecatory or the pre-order. It was kind of a collaborative effort between us, Hostile Records, and Burning Coffin Records. And yeah, it went well, man. It was awesome. I think the shit sold out in damn near like 3 days. So it's really cool. Some fucking awesome music, awesome art. It was just a really cool, kind of unique package with the baby blue and everything, baby blue cassette. So yeah, it was kind of a home run, man. So that was a good feeling. It's good because I just remember like running into that cat before he even had anything on his Bandcamp, just like posting some riffs, you know, and I'm like, holy shit, you know, just like a little clip. So I was like, sometimes you can just tell, you're like, this shit's gonna be fucking out of control.
Yeah.
So just followed him and kept that relationship. Got a pretty cool relationship with the homie Mooks from Hostile, and we fucking got it popping, dude. It's good shit.
Yeah, that baby blue came out so clean. Oof.
Dude, I know. It's so funny. People went wild over that. Who would have thought, you know, a bunch of death metal kids that love fucking baby blue.
Yeah.
But I guess a bunch of fucking softies, you know. Softies are.
Oh, you fucker.
Oh, no.
God damn it.
Sitting sideways. What's up, y'all? How's it
I
going?
spilled my fucking... Yo, what's up, dude?
Oh, what's happening?
Is this a Wii or pretzels? I'm kind of excited about both. What's up, y'all? How's it going?
Pretty good. How are you guys?
Dude, we're just fucking chilling the most, man. Just eating some pizza. I'm about like, I don't even know, like 7 White Claws deep. So we're just enjoying the evening. Oh, fuck yeah, bro. There we go.
No.
That's what's up.
I knew you guys drank White Claw.
Dude, me and my girlfriend, we moved out of the city. We're in the suburbs. So I'm just embracing the culture out here. Fucking just went full white girl with it. So the White Claw.
Right on. White Claw because I gained a bunch of beer weight, so I'm trying to get off it.
Yeah, man, the beer will do it to you straight up. It's fucking, especially fucking around during the quarantine. Just crushing beers all day.
I know.
That's how it be.
Fuck
Gained like 30 fucking pounds in my gut only. Like, so what are we talking on White Claws right now, or is that just is that fake news, or like what's going on?
Just fake news, man. What are you're twisting the blunt? Let's get into it, man. We'll jump right into it. So pretty much the whole point of this, we didn't want to make it just another interview channel or podcast. I mean, I've listened to interviews with you guys. I'm sure you guys probably answered the same list of questions a bunch of times. So we kind of just went to the gram, got some hot takes. So the homie Seven's going to read them off, and we'll just kind of go through as a group and fucking, put in our feedback. So we'll talk some shit.
All right, right on.
Seven, jump into it, bro. What do you got?
All right. Number one, hating on all slam is corny.
Oh, that's definitely corny.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Hard ass slam bands, especially from like Japan and shit.
Yo, straight up. Fuck yeah, I fuck with that. One of my favorite slam bands from Japan, Gore Grave. Dude, fucking, there's some good ass slam, man. I'm like really excited about that genre. And that's one of the genres for whatever reason. I mean, there's a lot of cornball kids up in that genre. Don't get me wrong, but to hate on a genre as a whole, that's some corny shit,
I mean, I think all music's pretty cool as long as it's like a good song. I don't really, you know what I mean? Unless it's System of a Down, I hate that fucking band. There's not one good song.
Cap. That's big cap right there.
I was straight on a system kick like a
Go
week
down.
ago. I felt like such a dork, but
Oh, dude, are you serious?
Right.
Some of those fucking like new metal bands and shit, like I kind of like, I think they're terrible bands, but you listen to them so much where it's like you just fucking start to like the shit, Eventually, it's just how it works out a little bit.
That's how I was with Mud.
Yeah, for sure. I could see that. My dad was like a new metal dude, so that was like the first shit that I like got into. And I used to live with a new metal band.
That's a great influence to heavy music, or at least a great introduction to heavy music, I guess. I mean, like, not everybody can say my dad was into the fucking death metal scene in the 90s or the thrash metal scene in the 80s,
Yeah, for
You
sure.
got into it via new metal. That's cool.
Dude, so many people. My fucking first CD, my brother gave me a fucking copy of a Crazy Town, bro. Absolutely fucking terrible band, but that dude was just like all about Limp Bizkit, Korn, just a bunch of terrible bands, bro. But like that's like kind of what kind of got me in, put me on that path to heavier music. So it's like I'm not gonna act too cool for it. I still look at that shit. Me and Seven joke around. I was like at a record store and took a picture of like a Korn VHS. So I was like, I'm about to cop this, bro. It's good shit.
All right. As long as they go hard, that's all that matters.
Yo, Korn's kind of hard though. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Shit's heavy. That shit goes hard. It's fucking groove. It's groove. They got grooves all day.
They're like the heaviest band I ever seen. Straight up, I can't even lie. They sounded perfect. Like,
and those guys kind of have like a cool aesthetic, fucking Adidas like tracksuits and shit, like posted up on lowrider bikes. They were just weird kids, dude. But that's some good shit. What's next, Seven? What you got? What's the next hot
And they
take?
always have.
Oh, go ahead.
say that
No,
again?
I just said they always had hard artwork. That's about it.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Straight up, bro. The fucking the voodoo doll. The Issues, that album.
Yeah.
That shit was hard.
Pit Vipers are whack as fuck.
Oh, yo, fucking eat a dick, bro. Eat a dick. That's how I feel.
There you go.
Are you kidding me? I got them on deck. What do you mean?
Yeah, I'm impartial. I don't really care.
Hardest sunglasses ever, bro. And that's all I gotta say about it.
He probably just looks whack in them.
I can see myself, but I respect cats who wear them. Honestly.
Yeah, straight up. It's like they're for some people and not for others. Like I fuck with them. I don't necessarily think I could pull them off, you know. But when I see cats, I'm like, that's a cool look when they do. Definitely. So yeah, I don't think they're whack.
Yeah.
It is what it is. Some cats can pull them off. Some cats can't. So
I think he's just jealous.
Wait, doesn't Snuff do have Pit Vipers on? Or not on right now, but don't you?
Dude, I'm a broke boy. I can't afford that shit.
What you got, the gas station Ray-Bans, bro? Is that what you got, the gas station Ray-Bans?
I don't even know what the fuck these are.
Pit Vipers, it's unanimous. They are not whack.
Not whack.
Up next, we got, if you want half a bagel, do you cut it down the middle or do you take a top or a bottom?
That's a good one.
Wait, reinstate that question. I don't understand. The top or the bottom, or they both?
Would you cut it in half, or would you just eat the top and the bottom?
Exactly.
Oh,
yeah.
I mean the whole fucking thing.
If you were gonna eat half of it,
you got to split it.
Blow up at the bagel store.
You know what? I don't really, no offense, I don't really like you that much, so this interview's over.
Well, it also depends if you're waking up in the morning. If you wake up in the morning, you're gonna cut that shit and make it nice, a nice little breakfast. But if you're drunk as fuck, you're just gonna eat that whole thing.
Yeah. So I guess it just depends on the time of day.
Hey, I say if it's an everything bagel, I'm taking the top because that's the one that's got all the shit on it. But if you got cream cheese on there, putting it together, cut it in half.
Yeah, fair enough.
But if you got something like cinnamon raisin bagel or like a garlic herb bagel, you know what I'm saying? It's evenly distributed, you know what I mean? So
yeah,
I feel like at that point it doesn't really to do with it, you know what I mean?
That's a valid point.
You get all the,
that was a vague general question.
very, very specific with everything. That's my go-to. I guess I would take the top.
Yo, fuck every other bagel except for a wheat bagel. I'm sorry.
A wheat bagel,
so close-minded?
Wheat bagels are fire.
Wheat bagel? All the bagels wheat? Okay.
That's my hot.
That is hot.
Yeah,
I'm gonna disagree. I'm going everything or onion, but
oh,
you're tripping. No, onion's cool.
Yeah, there you go. I've had bagels like every day this week for breakfast. It's crazy. Been on a bagel kick. 7, what's the next one, bro?
OSDM worship is getting stale. Let classics be classic. Push the brutality.
I think that's fucking stupid.
Yeah.
In my opinion. I think it's just like, you got to be influenced by something, you know what I mean? I feel like bands that blatantly rip off other bands, yeah, that's whack, but like, you got to have influence from somewhere, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I kind of noticed about 200 Stab Wounds, like, maybe it's on purpose or not, but I mean, I kind of get this, like, almost like this vibe that you guys have some brutal death metal influences. You kind of have like a pingy snare. It just doesn't sound like there's a lot of bands coming out who are like, I mean, I don't want to say they're necessarily just trying to sound like a 1993 like death metal demo, you know what I mean? Like, you guys obviously have some old school influences, but I feel like you guys just come like a lot fucking harder with it. Like, do you guys fuck with any brutal death metal at all? I know you said you kind of fuck around with some slam. Does that kind of come into like the songwriting and everything?
I mean, really, honestly, like when I was like first getting into metal, the only like brutal band I ever listened to, like, well, two bands that were like super brutal that I listened to, and even to this day, Suffocation and Cannibal Corpse, and that's even if you want to consider that brutal death metal. But I consider that. Yeah,
that's old school. That's
there's like sweet of it. Because I grew up on like Swedish death metal, like Dismember and Entombed and shit like that. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Gotcha.
So I didn't really get into the brutal shit till like.
Got some hot takes that kind of tie into that later, so down the list. So we'll get to that, no doubt.
All right, bet.
What you got, bro? What you got, 7?
Thrash is trash.
Oh,
shit.
you are no.
Yo, you put someone in a headlock right now.
For those
Over Zoom.
For those who don't know, I played in a thrash band called. And that's all you need to know.
Yeah.
Before all this shit.
I can't say I fuck with
Thrash is hard. Thrash.
No shit. I mean, like,
you don't fuck with Slayer.
I'm saying I don't fuck with any like current thrash bands really. Like the closest I could get was like
but
is like Drain. But like obviously
actually you should paralysis.
I never heard of them.
But they're really good. It's a modern thrash band. Like I'm good friends with the guitar player.
They're from New York, right?
No, they're from New Jersey and Florida.
Okay.
But yeah, they're really good. I don't know, dude. You just gotta do some digging. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure. I mean,
because thrash for like I feel like as far as metal goes, like thrash is like besides like I don't fucking know, like screamo or I don't know, some shit, like anything off of metal. I feel like thrash is like the biggest thing. Like death metal's big, but thrash is like, you know what I mean, huge. So it's a lot harder to find like underground bands like nowadays because the only big thrash bands are like the bands in the 80s. You know what I mean? In my opinion, I don't really know that for a fact, but that's just what I observed.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, there's like I kind of dabble with a little thrash. I'm by no means like a fucking authority on it, but I remember bands like Razor. Like there's some like pretty cool like underground fucking thrash bands like from the 80s, and even like I mean, I'm fucking kind of an old boy. I'm like 31, but I remember seeing Municipal Waste when I was like 18 at like fucking Gilman Street here in the Bay, and like it was cool. It was like this whole like and Ghoul, like kind of this thrash resurgence almost, you know. It's like pretty cool shit, but I mean, it's kind of goofy modern thrash, but I don't hate on it. I don't think it's trash. I think it's just, like you said, you got to dig for the good shit, you know? Just like any genre, there's like a lot of bad shit, and then you got like the fucking, you know, little diamonds in the rough kind of.
Oh, a lot of good things. I just don't like to, I just hate people that are like, okay, well, there's a bunch of really great underground death metal bands right now, so that automatically means thrash is garbage. Like, no, dude. You know what I mean? You gotta like look for good bands. There's really great bands in every genre. You know what I mean? Like even slam. Like people want to hate on slam, but if you really look for it, there's some really like unique bands. You know?
It's real closed-minded and kind of ignorant to be like, yo, this whole fucking genre shit, because it's like, man, to like completely reject, like, you know, that's like a lot of cool influences from every genre. You know, to reject that, that's just fucking kind of dumb.
Yeah, but I mean, I feel like if you say you listen to Rain and Blood and you don't headbang and you don't enjoy it, then you're a fucking liar, and I don't trust you. That's just what I say. That's my opinion.
That's facts.
Yeah, you know what I mean. But that's where most people like don't understand like that type of music, like even death metal. Like it's like when people talk shit about like caveman metal, they're like, well, these bands are just played out and they don't do anything unique and blah blah. But it's like when it comes to metal, you're like heavy shit. You're not really also always supposed to be like super technical or anything like that. It's just supposed to be heavy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. Sometimes
like every band has their own thing.
The heaviness gets lost when it gets too technical. Sometimes it's like it's cool when a band can be heavy and get a little tech with it. I'd rather just be heavy. You know what I mean? Not like just way too noodly and weird. Yeah, it's a lot gets lost when you get too technical.
Well, you're gonna be like, okay, another heavy part. All right, another heavy part. But if you have a band where it's like kind of like faster shit sometimes and mid-tempo shit, and then they go into like a super heavy part every so often throughout the album, it's gonna make it twice as heavy than it actually is. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, for sure.
Straight up, I fucking totally agree with that, because there's some slam bands that have tried to be like, okay, we're just all slams. It's too much, you know what I mean? So it's like you got to have like a good balance, like cool blast parts, heavy shit, you know, riffs, and then like those heavy kind of breakdowns or slams. You know, it's like incorporate that. You can't just be one of each, you know, like one extreme or the other, kind of. That's what I think. You got to have a good balance.
Yeah, for sure. I don't know. I just think people need to enjoy music, you know. obviously there's shit that's like whack as fuck, like undeniably. But if there's like a super heavy band like Suicide Silence, like I used to hate on them as a kid just because like they were like that cliche band, like oh they're screamo, like whatever. But our guitar player actually showed me Suicide Silence album not too long ago, and that shit was fucking heavy. Like it was heavy. I can't deny that. Like it's heavy as fuck.
Yeah, no doubt. That's the thing, just like with the tapes, like some of the bands we're putting out, I'm just trying to get to the point where I'm not even saying like, oh, this is a slam band, or like I just want to kind of be like, yeah, this shit's heavy and raw, and like that's kind of like you listen to it and you decide, kind of people automatically they put a label on it, they kind of have this thought in their mind going into it or something, you know what I mean? Like already like, oh, I don't like this, I don't like slam. They might, if you don't label it that and they hear it, they're like, man, this shit slaps,
I mean, like we're not a slam band or anything like that, but people say that about us, like oh slams, like you know what I mean? Like we just don't like Scott with Maggot Stomp didn't come out being like, well, oh this is a super heavy slam, death metal, old school, guttural, like you know, he didn't say any of that. He was just like, yo, check this band out, and then people did the research themselves.
I mean, we just marketed Snuff as like a straight death metal band. That's got like half of that shit's just like beatdown shit.
Yeah, I don't know. When I listen to your music, you had like a whole bunch of different mixes in that. Like I feel like some of it was just like straight up hardcore, and a lot of it was like super slammy shit. And then you had some riffs in there. Like, it's a good mix in my opinion.
Yeah, for sure. I like to keep it varied.
Like a band like you can't even put yourself in like category. You know what I mean? Like you have like 8 different types of music in one, in my opinion.
Yeah, and I mean that's the goal. So it's just easier to call it a death metal band and let people see what the fuck if they fuck.
Right.
Yeah. That's the way to go.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like you're more. So I feel like if you called yourself a hardcore band, I'd be like, yo, this is way too heavy for hardcore.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Yeah.
It's definitely. I mean, it's like straight guttural.
Yeah, your vocals are insane, dude. Like, I say your vocals are insane.
Oh, thanks, man.
That means a lot coming from you, because I think you're fucking one of the craziest vocalists like in death metal right now, bro. Talking to you, Steve. That's
No.
He said
no.
He's like, no, I just throw reverb on there.
That's literally what I'm about to say though. It's like, it's good, but it's just like it's so much reverb. Like I guarantee it. Like I probably won't sound like that live, but it's all good though. We're headbanging, we're having fun. Like I'm not too worried about it.
I feel like live shows are about the energy, the recording. It's about the music you bring. So I have no like qualms with anybody putting effects on vocals, using programmed drums. If the fucking music sounds sick, it sounds sick, And like you said, you're just fucking having fun, getting hyped, have a lot of energy at the shows. So it's like, the shit sounds sick, dude. It's like, you guys are like one of my favorite bands coming out this year. It's good shit.
Thanks, dude. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, in the very beginning, like I was thinking about like, well, what if because I couldn't really find anyone to drum. So I was just thinking like, damn, well, what if I get like a drum machine on this record, or I could just play drums, but I'm not very good at like double bass pedal. So I was just like, damn, maybe I might use a drum machine or whatever. But I don't know. I feel like if you have a drum machine at a show, it's cool, like you just said. But I prefer seeing a real drummer. They're fucking, what I mean, just fucking just headbanging. Like you're fast as fuck, hard as fuck. I like that shit.
Your drummer's sick too. He's fucking good. I used to play. I haven't played for fucking years, but I used to play drums, like playing some shitty grindcore bands when I was younger. But that cat, he's fucking good. Yeah, that's a sick drummer you got.
Yeah, he's really on it.
Yeah, he does a lot of mushrooms and other drugs, and yeah, he's chill.
not bad.
Not bad drugs. Not bad drugs, but
he's the psychedelics. Yeah, he looks like a trippy kid, no doubt, for sure. All right, what you got, bro?
All right, up next we got Finnish over Swedish death metal.
Swedish death metal all the way.
Yeah.
Ooh, I'm totally disagreeing with you guys. I'm going Finnish all day long. Dimwitch, a drama.
Okay, but But let
Go
me
ahead.
explain.
Go
So
ahead. Absolutely.
I don't really know too much about death metal, but I know a lot of Swedish bands do, and they fucking rip. And I just, in my mind, I can't convince myself there's anything better than that. So Swedish death metal, there's something, it just riffs so fucking hard. It's like, I don't know. Entombed is the greatest Swedish death metal band of all time, and then Dismembered, in my opinion. You call me cliche, but I don't give a fuck.
Wow, I mean, they're like fucking legendary bands for a reason. You know, I was talking to Seven earlier. We were like talking about this, and I came up in punk, so like and Swedish death metal, I feel like it's very like influenced by like Swedish hardcore, like D beat and shit. You know, it's like definitely a more like kind of punk variety of death metal. So I don't want to say punk was like played out, but those like punk beats, the drum beats and shit. So when I listened to Finnish shit, it was more like double kicks. You know what I mean? It was like a little filthier. So I was like, oh, I wasn't used to that. So I was kind of a little more drawn to that, you know. But I know like the OGs, you know, like Dismember and Tomb, it's like undisputable. But
Right.
I respect that.
I mean, I don't know, dude. I haven't really ever. So like the way I got into metal was, I had this one friend that I knew from like back in the day or whatever, and he had a falling out with some people that he played in a band with, and we ended up getting together and playing in this death metal band together because I played drums, but I didn't know anything about metal. I was like a hardcore kid, like 2013, 2014.
Yeah.
And he basically like got together with me and like started showing me all these like Swedish death metal bands and started teaching me how to play drums like super fast and just brutal shit. And I didn't know anything about it, but I'm a little biased because that's what I grew up on. But I've never really like done too much research on Finnish death metal or anything like that. Just, it's really whatever comes my way. But I'm not really. I might know some bands, but I don't know if they're Finnish or, you know what I mean. I don't know that.
That's kind of how I am.
So
Definitely on some music nerd shit, you know, dialing it down like certain regions. I listen to it. If it's fucking good, it's good, no doubt. Sure, I can agree with that.
Right. Like I fuck with Cradle of Filth. They're not even like in that realm of like what we do, but I fuck with that band. And like they're looked at like they're like a mainstream, like it's almost like a Slipknot. Like you hate the band even before you listen to them just because you see the logo, but they're actually really heavy. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, they were kind of just like, I don't listen to them a lot, but they were kind of weird symphonic black metal kind of, right? Isn't it? They have like a lot of like kind of trippy like synthesizers and organs, but it's kind of black metal-y, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. And they have like female vocals sometimes, and like, oh, it's really cool. And then I don't know, they just have like super heavy parts that come in out of nowhere, and it's like, damn it, that shit's hard, you know?
Yeah.
You can't deny it.
Dude, it's fucking sick that you admit that. Like, so many people were scared. There's like some bands, like you said, the Slipknots or the Cradle of Filth. It's like, it's fucking good. I listen to like a bunch of R&B, dude. I listen to like mostly R&B. I listen to a lot of metal too. But like, dude, if it's fucking good music, it's good, man. You know, like, yeah, never be ashamed to be like, oh, I don't, you know, I don't like Cradle of Filth or something, you know. But yeah.
About music outside of metal is a whole different conversation, because I got a couple artists I fuck with super heavy outside of metal, and so does he.
Plug them. Who are you listening to? I'm kind of curious.
All right, shit. Outside of metal, me personally, lately I've been listening to Chaka Khan, and I've been listening to this one dude that, I don't know, he's like a smaller rapper I don't know where he's from. My friend Raekwon showed him to me. His name's Slime Cedo. Just shit like that. Just super different. Like, it's just hard rap, or like,
I love that shit. I'm gonna check it out.
Definitely check out Chaka Khan, dude. She's from like the 70s and super good. Like, just super great singer. And that's just my opinion.
Oh, no. Chaka Khan's a shit.
You know? Yeah.
Yeah, no, I like a lot of that shit. Prince is like my favorite shit.
Yeah, Prince is tight.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What's up? I got the little dog. Sorry, she's making an appearance. Little baby Sasha.
Oh,
What's up? There she is.
What's happening?
Hey, what's up? Say what's up to Stu Hunter Stab Wounds. Shit, what's she?
Beautiful dog.
Oh, yeah. I had to fanboy out and put the fucking. I got the band, the promo pic up on the projector. I know you guys been looking at it the whole time, but I didn't.
oh man.
That's the first thing I noticed. Anything. I'm just like looking at myself kind of in the background. I'm like, I don't know. I'm not gonna say anything.
That I was gonna not.
It's the elephant in the room, bro. Yeah, you're right. You're like the fucking like 6 feet behind me.
I know. I'm glad you broke the ice because I didn't, you know.
Yeah, man, I had to show you guys some love, straight up. I was excited to have you guys on. But Tim, we got any more hot takes, man? What we got?
Sanguisugabog needs more shirt variants.
Sure, why not?
I agree.
Absolutely.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, listen, that's the thing. Like, that's another thing I hate about this whole, I don't know, like this new underground, like caveman death metal thing. Like, I don't know. I think it's cool, but at the same time, a lot of the people that are fans of it, like there's this one guy that commented on our shit, and someone on I think it was I don't know, some website where you sell your fucking tapes or list your collection. I don't know what the fuck it was called, but there's some website where this dude was flipping our tape that was originally sold for $7 through Megastomp, and he was flipping it for like $50. So we posted it and we were like, yo, this dude is a bitch. Like, you could just buy it from the real band for $7, or you could spend $60 on this fucking random dude that's just trying to make some money off our shit. And this dude commented and he was like, well, maybe this wouldn't happen if you had more songs and shirt designs. And then it started this whole Instagram bullshit and this beef or whatever. I don't know. But I just think it's stupid that people think that way. Like, oh, you have more shirt than songs. Like, who gives a fuck? Who gives a fuck? Like, bands are making money off shirts, you know?
And also, like, the proof is in the pudding. Like, if people are like willing to like go all in on the merch, like the music must be good if these cats are really wanting to fucking, you know, like sell merch like that, you know what I mean? And it's going off the shelves in a way, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's got to say something, like, in a way, it's got to say something about the music, you know what I mean? Like, if people are fucking with it like that, then they get the props to make as many shirts as they have, I guess is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And it can only get better.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah, I totally agree. Straight up, it's like I'm more like quality over quantity. Like, you could have fucking 4 bangers, like 4 good ass songs, and like you said, if there's a demand for the merch, yeah, keep putting out merch. I want bands to make money. You know, it's like I want all these bands that I love to do well. You know, so they don't have to work shit jobs, so they can focus on making music. You know, fucking there's like some bands. I mean, a lot of people hate on Gatecreeper or whatnot, but I think they're real smart. They put out a lot of merch. They kind of situate themselves where they can damn near try to make a living off of this shit, you know? So it's like, fuck yeah, more power to them. I can't hate on the shit.
People don't understand, like if you're a band, like if you're like a metal band, and this is just from my observation, but if you're a metal band, the really like the main 2 sources of income in the long term of things, or the bigger spectrum or whatever, is merch and touring. So you can't do touring right now. So what the fuck are we supposed to do?
Yeah.
You know, well, we got to put merch out.
People want merch. I don't see what the problem is.
Wow, fuck
People
yeah.
just like to want.
Yeah. All right. Up next, we got metal should be politically correct.
Listen, I'll tell you why I think no. Now, there's like a certain line you can hit in a song where, like, because like you think about bands like Cannibal Corpse, or like bands like shit, even Infinite Annihilator, even though I fucking hate that band, but like metal bands, and like think about it. As metal fans, you guys watch like horror movies, right? I'm sure you have at one point in your life if you're not that into it, but I'm into it, and I have a bunch of friends that are into horror movies, right? Now, no one looks at a fucking like a horror movie director and is like, well, this dude's fucked up. This dude's worshiping Satan, and this dude's fucking killing people, and blah blah. Like, no, like he's just making a movie for the people. Now, the way I think about like brutal death metal in general, like just that genre, like that subgenre or whatever, because I don't think of thrash like that. I don't think of a lot of other different types of metal like that. But brutal death metal in particular, I think of, all right, well, most of the bands are writing like horror themed content. So what's the difference in us writing some fucked up lyrics about killing people and fucking like just a bunch of fucked up shit, and a movie director doing that, just making a fucked up movie? Because you're gonna watch the movie and be like, well, I really fucked with that. That was scary. But you're gonna listen to a metal song that talks about the same shit, but it's music, and they're gonna be like, oh my god, like I don't like this. This guy needs help. Like blah blah blah, all this shit. I don't like that. It makes no sense to me. But I get it though. You can hit a certain point in the song or if you're writing lyrics or whatever, to where you're like, all right, maybe I shouldn't say that because that's just fucked up. Like, I'm just going too far with it. I get that, but like, that's only like certain things, you know, that you can talk about killing people and like bloodshed and all that different types of shit. Like, and you can be that type of person where you're not going to kill people. You know what I mean? There's obviously people out there that would do that type of shit. Like, oh, I'm going to kill someone because I heard this Cannibal Corpse song and I'm going to kill this dog and all this shit. Like, yeah, all right, there's people like that, but they're already fucked up in the beginning. You know, not someone like just the average person listens to metal and they're like, oh, this is just a cool song. It's fucking dark and scary and I like it. But I'm not going to go kill anybody. I'm not going to go sacrifice a dog. You know, it's not like that.
100% agree. It's like we were talking about it last episode, and like one band that really kind of fucking just makes me feel some type of way, kind of, I guess, for lack of better words, Fluids, bro. That band, they really are like, they really push the limit, but like that's part of the art. It just makes you feel uncomfortable as fuck. The samples, and they do a good job, you know. It's like sometimes it's like, damn, this shit's like almost too much, but and that's partly why I love it, you know. It's just that extremity of it. So it's like, and I think that's what metal's kind of founded in, just like, you know, being extreme. So yeah, I say keep it extreme. They're definitely, you got to draw the line on some shit, but I think it's, hey, do what you got to do, I guess.
I don't know. I feel like metal is made for like a certain type of people. Like there's people that understand what metal is supposed to be and what it's supposed to put across in certain bands or whatever. But then there's like the whole crowd where you just don't understand it and you're never going to understand it, even if you try, you know what I mean? And I feel like it's not made for those type of people. So I feel like, you know, if you don't understand it and you don't want to understand it and you can't understand it, even if you try, then just stay the fuck away from it, because you're always going to be pissed off when you hear a fucking Cannibal Corpse song or any of that type of shit, you know?
Hell yeah. Well put, man. Well put.
The caveman death metal that's been trendy recently is deceptively hard to pull off. It's like pretty simple, but because of that, it's super easy to make it sound boring and generic.
Like you really think about it, like there's like certain songs, I don't know, just like the way a person writes songs, like it might be simple, but it's also kind of, I don't know, it's not really, I don't even think it's generic really. I think it's like all the bands that are around right now, like us even being on Magus, right? So people look at that label where it's like all the bands are the same, they're all generic and whatever, but I listen to it not having that point of view, and I think every band pretty much sounds really different, you know what I mean? Like I don't think we sound like another band on Magus song. I don't think Malignant Altar sounds like anyone else. I don't think Disembowel sounds like anyone else. I don't think The Fluid sounds like anyone else. Sanguisuga Bar doesn't sound like anyone else, you know? All these bands, and Frozen Soul, they don't sound like anybody else. Undeath doesn't sound like anybody else. Like it's all, those people just don't understand the music, you know? They just hear it and they're like on like a surface level, and they're like, oh, this shit's just heavy and they're screaming and blah 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 and this, that, and the other and whatever. They don't actually listen to what's actually happening in the song, you know? I don't think any of the bands sounded like even caveman death metal. There's some certain bands probably that rip off other bands or whatever, but you know, the bands that I know about personally, I just think it's all subjective and people don't understand it.
Yeah, I totally agree, man. A lot of people say there's like this Magasomp sound, but their roster is all over the fucking place. I don't think you guys sound like anybody else. Vomit Forth, fucking Fluids doesn't sound like any other band on the fucking planet. You know what I mean? Maybe like a little, like some people say Mortician a little bit, like influence, but all over, fucking Thetas, all over the place. So, I mean, I think even when bands do like the simple caveman sound, it's like, it's hard to pull it off good. So it's like, I hella respect it. You know what I mean? It's like, oh, that shit's fucking, it sounds simple, but it's really fucking, there's more to it, you know, for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
That wraps up the hot takes. We're trying to end the show with, we try to just like spotlight like an underground band that we think maybe just deserves a little more love or is being slept on. You guys got a band that you want to plug?
Oh, yeah. My band is fucking Mutilatred, for sure. like really good homies from Columbus, or not Columbus, Toledo. They're from Toledo. But yeah, no, they're really good friends of ours, and they're just really heavy, and not a lot of people know about them. And it's, I don't know, it just bums me out. They're heavier than anything I've ever heard in a long time.
They are goated. Ohio representative. I'd say Evulse. That band, I've been listening to that band a lot lately. That band's really, like, rated as of right now for sure.
Fuck yeah. Yo, Mutilatred is an awesome band, man. We were just talking about it before we hopped on. We just covered some news and we talked about them. And I said, that band's fucking really underrated. That band's fucking awesome. So, and Evulse, I gotta listen to Evulse more, but I've been seeing like all kinds of people are getting that tape in. You know, they just have the tape that's kind of touching down. A lot of people are posting pictures, so I definitely gotta peep that shit. Seven, what do you got, man?
All right, mine is Corpse Pile. They're like the heaviest shit I've heard in a minute. They're from Texas. They got 2 tracks out. It's like 3 minutes.
That's hard though, honestly.
They're fucking, yeah, I can't even. It's straight development worship, pretty much, with like DB parts and shit. It's like, it's so heavy. You got the shirt on, huh?
Yeah, I got it in today, bro. I gotta plug them real quick. That band's fucking sick. 2 songs and I bought a shirt. The shit's heavy. the band's heavy as fuck.
Who you got? What?
I got it's a band. I fucking slept on them until just recently. Actually, Life After Death is putting out the tape. They're actually, matter of fact, they're releasing 2 Mutilatred tapes too. That's the homie over at Life After Death. But it's a band called Gore Grave.
Eric, right?
Yeah, cool cat, man. Like he's a really nice dude.
Yeah, he's like not far from here.
Yeah,
he's like pretty close to us. I think he's like 45 minutes from us or something like that.
Yeah, that dude stays busy, man. Yeah, I know he's an Ohio kid and he puts out a bunch of releases. I know he's putting out 2 Mutilatred tapes. He just dropped one, this band Gore Grave. They're kind of like brutal death metal, a little technical, but not over the top. Kind of a wild card release for the label, but he's like kind of just all over the place with it. And it's a fucking sick release, man. It's honestly going to be one of my like favorite albums of the year. So it's pretty good shit.
Oh yeah.
I think that's about it, guys. Fucking thanks for anything you guys want to plug at all. You guys got, I know you're working on the full length. Any updates on that? Any merch coming out? Anything you guys want to plug at all?
Yeah, fucking, I mean, shit, we're working on our LP right now. It's going to be like, I don't know, 9-10 songs, something like that. We have a lot of it written. And we're doing more merch through Holy Mountain soon, which we're setting that all up right now, but it's coming out soon. And we're probably going to do some more like exclusive drops through our big cartel. So like our personal band page or whatever. But yeah, we're going to do more merch for sure, more music for sure. And when touring's a thing, touring for sure. And fucking, yeah, dude, thanks to everybody for supporting us, you know?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, we love you guys. And you for running a sick death metal label too, you know what I mean? Putting out sick bands like Snuffed. I didn't even know about them until you put them out. You know what I'm saying? Like, I fuck with it.
Yeah, that's what it's all about, man. Trying to just put good music out there. You know what I mean? Put more eyes and ears on it. So, I really appreciate appreciate you guys coming on. And like I said, you're like, honestly, this year, you're besides like Stuffed on Sight and a couple other bands, you're like I'm most excited. You know, it's like those fucking three, just that tape, those 3 songs got me so hyped up. I can't wait to hear the album, man. So it's gonna be fucking killer. Seven, you got anything, man? Any closing statements?
I just want to say the new song is my favorite by like a lot. That shit rips so hard.
Oh yeah.
That dude go crazy. Honestly.
Hell yeah.
Appreciate that.
Thank you, dude.
Yeah. So yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
Yo, and before anything else, hold on. I'm sorry to cut y'all off, but before anything else, that Slippin' song, you Slippin' or whatever the fuck it's called, that is the hardest shit I've ever heard in my fucking life. I'm just saying. Hardest shit I've ever heard.
Look at sample that on your next song, bro. That's gonna be a sound clip for your next for the next EP. There you go.
Thanks, G.
All right, y'all. Well, fucking.
Oh, y'all caught me.
Hey, thanks so much once again, and fucking smoke some more blunts, drink some more White Claws. Fucking thanks for coming on, guys. I appreciate it.
Hell yeah. All right, dudes. Later.
Yeah. See you guys.
Peace.